Hello, and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream happening every Thursday at 3 o'clock. So this is different than the Good Vibes TV show, where I interview different enlightened influencers on ways we can raise our vibration. And why is raising our vibration so important? Well, we are energetic beings, and as we move into the age of Aquarius, people are learning and getting to know that we are energetic beings, and we are influenced by the energy around us, but we also have an influence on the energy around us. So this is what the Good Vibes lifestyle is all about. It's living a lifestyle where you're living in the good vibe zone, where you're living hashtag Good Vibes lifestyle, where you're living in the energy of love, joy, peace, enlightenment, creativity, abundance, all of these positive emotions. And this is how we know where we're vibrating, by our emotions. So lower vibing emotions like fear and hate, guilt, judgment, fear. It's basically fear on the bottom, love on top, and a whole range of emotions. So that's what the Good Vibes lifestyle is all about. And I'm about creating a movement where we're aware of our energy, where we are creators of a reality by the energy we choose to put out there, right? This is like what we talk about, karma. What you put out there comes back to you. So that's what that's all about. And I am in a different location than usual. I'm actually in Pennsylvania right now, and we are streaming to several different platforms, and that is Facebook, and that is LinkedIn, and Instagram, YouTube, and also Twitch. So I'm not doing X right now because they want me to become a premium member, and Elon ain't getting any money from me. So anyway, that being said, go ahead and comment. So wherever you're at, please comment. I can put your comments on the screen. You can ask me questions, give advice, let me know. What do you think about what I'm sharing? Is this something that you agree with? Is it something that you've tried? So anyway, that's I just want to invite you to be part of the show, be part of this experience. So I've got some exciting news that I talked about last week, and I'm talking about good vibes, right? I'm going on my first cruise. I'm 60 years old, going to be 61 in about a month. But my first cruise, I've never been on a cruise before. So I'm going with my girlfriend, Lynn, who's celebrating her birthday that week, and also retirement coming up in February. Plus her sister and niece are coming on the trip. So it's going to be a girls' cruise, and I got the internet package, so I plan on streaming live every day. I won't be bringing my laptops. I'm going to do all the streaming from my phone, so it's going to be a little interesting, but I played around with it and I can do it. I can't do the little graphics like you see, I guess, here. How do I point to it? There we go. Like here, we won't get all those graphics like that, but we'll be able to get I can put words on the screen and things like that. So we're going on a cruise. I'm going to bring you along. I'm going to do live streams throughout the cruise that week, not just on Thursday. And actually, let's see, we leave a week from Saturday, but I start heading to Florida because I'm in Pennsylvania. I fly down Thursday after the show next week. So please join me. I am getting more and more excited. I'm watching all kinds of YouTube videos. Let me know in the comments. Have you been on a cruise before? Was it a good experience? Was it a bad experience? Do you have any tips on things to do to prepare for, et cetera, et cetera? This is a Caribbean cruise. We're going to be sailing from Tampa to Cozumel, Mexico, Roatan, Honduras, and Belize. And we've got some excursions that will happen. I've got a GoPro I'm bringing with me. Hopefully figure out how to use it. But we're doing snorkeling twice and also a zip line in the jungle. We're going to take a bus an hour and a half into the jungle and do a zip line. I think it's like 300 feet foot zip line. And then we're doing tubing in these caves. So it's going to be crazy, totally out of my comfort zone. But that's a good thing, because this is how we grow, when we push past those boundaries and push past that fear. And I do have to admit that in preparation for this, there's excitement, but there's also a little fear too, because it's fear of the unknown. And, you know, whenever you do something new for the first time, there's a little bit of fear, anxiety with it, because you're not sure how it's going to go. It's just brand new. You know, we're using new, I guess, I don't know, don't want to say neurons in our brain. We're trying something new. So we have to, you know, it's out of our comfort zone, and this is where growth happens. And so I'm very excited for this. Plus, I'm traveling without my husband. So, because a lot of times, most of the time when we travel, we're traveling in the RV and we're always together. So I rely on him a lot. And, you know, it's comforting to have your partner with you, because I do rely on him a lot. So anyway, that's the cruise. And as 1 week away, I start moving down there, or getting to the cruise itself, and Saturday of next week. So I will keep you posted. And here we have a comment. So let's see. Yes, my sister says, plan to gain 10 pounds while cruising. Well, I had hoped to lose 20 when I knew I was going, but that didn't happen. I did start doing Zumba and things like that, but I guess I haven't worked out, you know, eating the right things. But I have some good information about better eating later, which, as I give you this information, please understand, I'm sharing it to learn it and to integrate it myself. So it's not like I know it all, or I've, achieved all these different things. I'm in the process of evolving to those things. Yes, and that Friday, my sister and I were going to go see Elasa Tiernan with the R3 Miracle Center, and I'm going to actually get on that photon bed and have a session with Elasa, so I will let you know how that goes. That'll be right before the trip. So yes, exciting things happening, and the astrology of things is going to be very interesting as well, because as you know, we had the new moon on September 2nd, and we've got a full moon coming up on September 17th next week. So we're in the waxing phase of the moon. The moon is growing, getting bigger and bigger. The energy is building. So we have this lunar eclipse. It's a partial lunar eclipse, but it's also a super full moon. It's super because it's a little closer to the Earth than normal, so it's going to look bigger. And it's in the sign of Pisces, which is very interesting. So this is September 17th at 10:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Full moons are great times for kind of bringing things to culmination, to ending new things. It's a time that you can charge your crystals, your tarot cards, your oracles, your list of intentions, or your goals. So, these are all great things to do. Meditations during the full moon. The full moon, it's full, and it's like puts a spotlight on things. So that's what's really great about the energy of the full moon. And I feel, and many others do feel, that it's important to be attuned to the cycles of the Earth, the energies of our planet, because we are children of Mother Earth, of Mother Gaia. So what's interesting now, it's Pisces. So let me tell you a little bit about what Pisces energy is all about. So the Piscean qualities are creativity, compassion, imagination, being intuitive or intuition, empathy and sensitivity, and also having visions and being visionary. So this will be an excellent time, this Pisces full moon, for daydreaming, imaginative energy, compassion, and calm, and flowing with anything that happens, because Pisces is the fish, and it's actually the glyph or the symbol are two fish going in opposite directions. And that's because Pisces are very spiritual. It's our, they're very spiritual, they're very compassionate, very much into humanity and blending, realizing that we're not distinct from each other, that we're all connected. So I found this little description that I thought was really nice from Kelly Fox, and she's from astrology.tv. She has a website, and I'm just going to read you what she was talking about, because when you have a full moon, you have the sun is opposite, exactly opposite the moon. Earth is in the middle. So the sun, the moon is in Pisces, so you have those qualities. And the sun is in the sign of Virgo, as I talked about before. So we're in the season of Virgo. And Virgos tend to be very organized, and just organized and into, I keep saying I have the wrong, I'm blanking out on my words here, but they're very organized and structured, and like to have things neat. It's a good time for cleaning and things like that. So she says that both the signs of Virgo and Pisces both share an urge to give service and to devote ourselves to something more than our personal journey or our material security. Whether it's an idea, a higher being, or simply humanity as a collective, our actions take on a deeper meaning when we dedicate them to our chosen vision of the greater good. Giving service in this way reminds us that we are all connected and that we are all one. So it's interesting because we've got this, Virgo is a sign of order. Pisces is kind of more like chaos, right? Fluidity. And so we're having this time of balance between the two. What's interesting is my two nieces, one is a Pisces, one is a Virgo. So I'm real curious how this full moon will impact them in their relationship. I'm sure in a good way. But so I just thought this was really interesting what Kelly had said from Astrology TV, and wanted to share that with you. So the full moon's a great time where you've got extra energy, and so it's really great to focus that energy on doing a meditation. And again, it's gonna be more having the qualities of the creativity and the compassion. So you can get great insights and great downloads while you're doing a meditation during a full moon or a new moon, because it's just like extra energy happening there. And then just 5 days later, after the full moon, partial lunar eclipse, we have, and that full moon is also known as the harvest moon, we have the fall equinox happening on September 22nd. That's a Sunday at 8:44 a.m. Eastern Time. So the fall equinox, this is a time of balance, both the equinox in the spring, the equinox in the fall, times of balance when there's equal daylight and equal night. And then it starts, the days start getting shorter and shorter as we get to the winter solstice. So just being in tune with nature is really great, because then we're more in harmony and flow, and we're not fighting, trying to row upstream. You're going with the flow of nature and being supported in that way. So those are some key things to think about regarding astrology and your energy. So let's move to the oracle of the month. The oracle that we're working with this month are the 22 Archangels Oracle by Kyle Gray. And we started working with this last week, and we want to ask Spirit for a message. And let me just show you. So, well, you just kind of saw it, but this is the 22 Archangels Oracle deck. And what's cool about this one, what Hay House has been doing, they've been putting in like messages, on the inside and of the boxes. And so it's kind of like a little prayer that we can say, and it says, "Divine Archangels, thank you for drawing close with your wisdom and light. I welcome your strength, guidance, and protection in all forms, and so it is." So it's very simple. The main thing is when you're working with an oracle deck, this is kind of like a cell phone to the universe, the way I look at it. This divination decks are tools to communicate with the divine, spirit, the higher source, higher self. So it's really great to do oracle readings and stuff, especially when you're in that full moon period. And remember, full moon, it's kind of, you start the energy, feeling the energies 2 days prior to the full moon and about 2 days after. So within that whole 5-day period, you can work with that energy. Some people like to do special rituals or spells. Spells are just basically intentions. And, you know, it's a great time to do that during the moon. So that's the full moon. So that's why I share that with you. So let's ask Spirit now, what message do you have for the audience right now that's here live, and also the audience that will be watching on the replay? And let's see which Archangel wants to come and talk with us today. And oh, how beautiful. It's Raphael, clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently to initiate healing and experience wholeness. And I'll show you this card. And sorry about the my screen in the back here. I'm using my virtual background, and it's kind of blanking him out because it takes all the greens. So Raphael, clarity of vision. And I always associate Raphael with the East, the area of the East. So let me pull the message out from last week. We had Radkiel and Raphael, or excuse me, Zadkiel we had. So Raphael, I'm going to put the card up so you can see him. Raphael's name means God heals, and he is the archangel who is associated with health and healing. The Book of Tobit relates that he once disguised himself as a human in a congregation and was able to heal a man on the side of the road from sickness and blindness. The sickness and blindness are considered to be metaphorical, referring to the idea that Raphael healed how the man felt about a particular situation and shifted his perspective. It's for this reason that he is looked upon as a guide to help us heal on all levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. The message: spiritual vision isn't only about developing the ability to see spiritual beings or energies. It's also about developing the openness to see things from a higher perspective. With this card, you are being encouraged to see your current situation differently. This isn't about right or wrong. It's about developing the compassion and composure to pay attention to the experiences and input of those around you and see things from a different point of view. So, yes, seeing things from a higher perspective. And there's more. So let me keep reading. Right now, angels of light are flying above you, inviting you to look at your world through their eyes. Be open to the idea that even if there's a part of your life that doesn't make sense currently, there are greater workings in place that will lead to understanding and contentment. If you're feeling unsettled about a situation you care deeply about, realize that the real work begins when you move beyond the limitations of your instincts and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding before you. If you have health concerns at this time, the angels are guiding you to be more open to information, feedback, and support areas. So clarity of vision. Yeah, so if you like working, say, with the medicine wheel, you have the 4 directions: the east, the south, the west, and the north. Also, I like to consider Mother Earth, Father Sky, and then Spirit. So I kind of have like 7 different directions that I work with when I'm kind of creating a sacred space. So Raphael is in the east, the way I have learned it, and like to work with him. And Raphael usually is also has to do with vision, because that's the east. That's where the sun rises. This is where the light starts, where inspirations happen, visions happen. So clarity of vision, be willing to see things differently to initiate healing and experience wholeness. So many times our, any illnesses or disruptions we have in our life, it's the way that we can change it is by changing our perception of it. Instead of seeing it as something negative, to transmute that and see the positive benefits of it, or how it can be transmuted to the positive. Because a lot of times the negative things happen so that we can learn from them. Sometimes it's a teaching. Like, for instance, abundance, prosperity thinking has been something I've been working. I think most people work with that. Through their lives, work on their prosperity consciousness to bring in more prosperity and abundance into their lives. And a lot of times it's just a shift in your perspective, that helps you move forward, that gives you the courage, or that kind of just helps you to see that not to freak out about something that seems negative. And actually, I find that when we're confronted with something that's frustrating, or that's on the surface seems like something we don't want, depending on how we look at it, and how we react to it will determine whether does it blow up into some big crazy thing, negative thing, or how can you transmute it into something that's helpful. So it's all about our vision. It's how we see things. It's our perspective. So call on the archangels, call on your angels to help you. They cannot assist us unless it's an emergency without us asking. So we have to always ask the angels for help. And as we do with a sincere heart, they do help. So try it. You can ask for messages from your angels, whether it's your guardian angels, the angels of a certain topic that you're working with, or the archangels. They're there to help us and support us. So, tap into that, because it'll make all the difference. So that is our oracle for this show. And whoops. Not that one, this one. So shop my Amazon store. If you like this deck, you will find it there. And the way to get to my Amazon store, just go to good-vibes.tv and you will see a button for that. All right, so let's move on to the 2024 Food Revolution Summit docu-series. Now, they do this twice a year, so it did happen in the spring, but this is a great event that's happening on, September 18th through the 25th. So this is something that John and Ocean Robbins host, and they gather healthy food lovers, and they are doing this 8-part docu-series that exposes the truth about the food we eat and how we can live better and longer while saving the planet. So it's about plant-based eating. So I have a little video to play that features Ocean Robbins. This is John Robbins' son, and Robbins, John Robbins, his father, was the Robbins of Baskin Robbins ice cream. And so he sold his shares of that and got into healthy foods. And, of course, I think ice cream, it's okay. And there's anyway, I'm not going to even go into talking about that. But anyway, so Ocean and John has written several books on the best ways to eat and plant-based and how healthy it is. And so anyway, they have this docu-series, and here is Ocean Robbins describing more about this summit docu-series. Here he is.
Saying that a person with their health has 1,000 dreams. A person without it has just one dream. which is to get it back. In the face of pain or serious illness, recovering health can become the most important goal, if not the only goal. Yet the truth is that every bite you take could be leading you toward either more suffering or more vitality. If you know that food matters and you want the latest scientifically grounded insights, if you want to make wise choices for yourself and the people you love most, then please join in the 2024 Food Revolution Summit docuseries.
This is literally life and death, right? And so if there's anything to base a decision upon evidence, it's the number one reason you and all your loved ones will die, which is diet.
Yeah.
Now is the time to reverse disease. Now is the time to heal.
This is the #1 gathering of food and health experts on the planet. Over the course of 8 riveting episodes, we're going to cover the lies and the truths about food. We'll look at your brain, your gut, natural beauty, your heart, diabetes, the science of nutrition, and how your food choices affect the planet. Find out about this year's biggest breakthroughs in food and health. What you learn could make the difference between whether you wind up in a nursing home, waiting for death, or climbing mountains. Every bite counts. Please join us.
So that is the Food Revolution Summit docuseries. It is free, and here is a link that you can use, and I will put it in the description of the YouTube channel. So tinyurl.com/GVTV Food Summit 2024. So sign up for this. It's free. It starts at 10:45. Here it is, September 18th through 25th at 10:45 a.m. Ocean will be there live, and there's a chat. You can chat with him, ask questions and things like that. Then it starts. It's an hour long, and then he does a little conclusion at the end where you can also, and they have prizes and different things that they give away. So it's definitely worth checking out. Last year he actually responded to my comment, so that was kind of exciting. But again, tinyurl.com/GVTV Food Summit 2024, and check out this. It's such good information. I learn something new every time I watch, and I will highly recommend. And how appropriate with Archangel Raphael, the healing Archangel, Angel of Healing, to one way to take back our health is to eat healthy, and plant-based is really a great way to do that. All right, so let's move over to National Good Vibes Day. Is on October 30th, and I'm holding a summit, and this will be on October 30th starting at 11 o'clock in the morning, and here is the tinyurl/2024 Good Vibes Day registration link that you can use. So go ahead. I know we've still got about, 7 weeks away or so, but you can register early so you'll get the notifications. And one thing that we're doing that's really exciting is that I'm partnering with the HeartMath Institute. I have one of the scientists that works there. She's going to be talking about the Global Coherence app. So I have been doing this meditation at the end of the show every day for the last few weeks, at the end of the show. And I want to share with you how to get this free app. It is a free app. All you have to do is download it on your phone. Just look for Global Coherence on the App Store, whether you have Android or Google, doesn't matter. It's still free. And then this app you can use while you meditate. There's some guided meditations you can use. But what's great about it is that it senses and measures the coherence that you put out as you're meditating, and at that coherence that you're adding to the global field of the planet. So this is a scientific way to measure the coherence that we put out to the planet. So you can actually, I created a group on the app where you can do that, called Good Vibes Tribe. So to do that just on your phone, you can just go to tinyurl.com/GVTV tribes. Tribe is small letters. And all you have to do is, download that right now, because we're going to do a meditation in about 5 minutes. So I have confirmations from speakers. We're going to have at least 20 speakers that day. I'm very excited and working very hard to get it all together. So let's now talk about the tip of the week. So last week's tip of the week was to take and enjoy a vacation. Of course, this is tied into the vacation that I'm taking, this first cruise, but it's so important to raise our vibrations. We're not meant to work all the time. We're just not. It's just not balanced. I know our society kind of elevates that, but it's about balance, because it's about being. We're human beings, not human doings. And a lot of times vacations are great ways to hit that reset button. So this week's tip is to visualize your highest timeline. And what I mean by that, like I've talked about before, you have a certain meeting or a certain event, like say for the instance this cruise that's coming up. And, sometimes we worry about things, or actually a lot of times we worry about things. It's because our mind doesn't stop. Our mind is meant to, our brain is there to solve problems, to always be working on things. But it's up to us to give our minds, the subject or the task at hand, right? And then when we do that, we're more in control of what's happening in our life. So when you have a special meeting or a cruise or something that's coming up, in the past I've said send love to it. That's one way. This is another way to make it the best that it can be by visualizing your highest timeline. So what I mean by that, visualize, like for instance, this cruise. I'm want to visualize, kind of get into a meditative state and visualize everything working out great. Go into the airport, everything flowing, being happy, feeling good, feeling healthy, taking the boat, just seeing everything move smoothly, and just the whole trip, just visualize everything working out great. And when you do that, you're visualizing your highest timeline. And this concept, usually a lot of times I'll say my highest and best good, right? Looking for my highest best good, or for, saying at the end of when I have an intention for something, saying for the highest and best good of all concerned. But this idea of timeline is that we have several, there are many different possibilities, right, for our lives of which ways we can go, depending on what we're doing now, depending on the influences of other people and situations and things. So there are many different ways things can pan out. So the highest timeline is like the highest and best good, right? The best, the highest and best things to work out for yourself. The idea of everything always works out for me, that affirmation. Just visualize the highest timeline, call for that highest timeline, so that it's not only great for you, but great for everybody else. Because, when one wins, all win. When one loses, we all lose. So it's a matter of understanding that when we do well, everyone does well. What they say about the tides, raising all ships, it's true. So anyway, just visualize your highest time. When you have something coming up, instead of worrying about it and stressing about it and just, awfulizing about it, stop and visualize the best that you can think of, the best you can conjure up, and just keep visualizing that and feeling that happen. And that will make an impact on the experience that you have in the future. So I think this is a very cool technique to do. All right, so let's get into this app meditation. I'm going to do that there, and I don't have my regular setup, so I have to kind of show you. This way I don't have it, before. At my home studio, I have a whole separate camera that I can show you the app. So I'm going to go into the app, and at the bottom, there's a group that says Good Vibes Tribe. I'm probably not going to see it, but so I'm going to click on that. Then it asks me to select the sensor, and I put camera, and then I'm going to put my finger, because that's how it measures our coherence, and then I'm going to join this session, and then you're going to hear when I start the guided meditation. Now, this is going to be a 5-minute guided meditation, so if you don't have the app, that's okay. You can just go ahead and meditate along with. You'll hear a guided meditation here. In just a minute, it's calibrating. And after 5 minutes, then we'll see what our group coherence is. So, and you can do this even if you're watching the replay. You can meditate with me, and it still collects the data in this particular group. So what we'll be doing for the summit is having a special summit group. Okay, it's ready. All right, so I'm going to hit guides, and this is the compassion meditation. It's the condensed version, and hopefully you'll be able to hear it from my microphone. Here we go.
Compassion is one of the highest frequencies in the love spectrum. It brings a sense of hope for humanity to move forward from surviving to thriving, along with greater cooperation and increased care for one another. Let's begin with heart-focused breathing to help open and warm our hearts. Focus your attention in the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Find an easy rhythm that's comfortable. While continuing to focus on your heart area, let's radiate heartfelt feelings of genuine compassion and care into the planetary energetic field. Radiating these feelings into the planetary field helps soften the stress people feel from the challenges they may be going through. Envision that a heart awakening of collective compassion is increasing, which will unveil new possibilities for humanity and for our planet. Continue radiating heartfelt feelings of genuine compassion and care to others and to issues you care about. Envision yourself having compassionate latitude for others, understanding that most people are doing the best they can based on their awareness and the stress they may be experiencing. See yourself replacing judgments, frustrations, impatience, and lack of tolerance with compassionate latitude, more kindness, and patience for others and for yourself. Continue for the next 10 minutes or as long as your heart's intuition guides you. You can also radiate these heartfelt feelings to yourself for your own health and wellness, or to others, animals, trees, or all of nature.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there because that's about 5 minutes. So exit session, and then it tells you, let's see, my coherence was 108, group coherence 0. That doesn't make sense. Maybe because there was only one person on it. I'm not sure. But in that little bit, 108, 109, 109 is what was accumulated. Let's see if I get back to here. Yeah, 109, maybe because it was just me on there. So that's how the app works. And like I said, if you didn't have the app, you could still meditate. It's 5 minutes to just set that intention of sending love to the planet and breathing through your heart and sending that love. So that is the meditation. All right, my friends. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you got some benefit from this show. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, especially the YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel. I've got lots of viewers on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, and I just got a bug in my hair. There's a bunch of stink bugs around here. But it's all good. So I want to encourage you to live the good vibes lifestyle, live in the good vibes zone, connect with your angels, and just have the best life. Okay, we've got a couple of comments. So, all right. So Bridget said she was on and she had 43 as a coherence app. So I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at it again to see what's going on with that. But I just want to say thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat station. And take care, everyone.